everybody. My name is WeiRen, and I am Dalilu's grandson. And today I would like to share with everyone a story about the most wonderful woman in my life. Her name is Dalilu Suisang. I think most of you might have seen this photo just now, passing through the screen a few times. And if you're wondering, yes, the baby that she's carrying is me. But I would like to pay attention to my grandma, or as I know, Popo. She might look as if like she's your everyday grandma, but words cannot describe my grandmother. It's just not enough. You know, my grandmother, she loves to brag to everyone, especially to her close ones. She say, oh, you know, my great-great-grandfather or something, you know, he is the emperor or the lord of China, and he flee to Malaysia, and wow, she'll tell us all these great stories, and I'll be like, that's good, but this descendant of the emperor now, my grandma is an insurance agent. But here's the special thing. This insurance agent, she has managed to touch so many lives, and she's managed to bless so many lives compared to the emperors and the lords and the kings of China. A simple insurance agent. That is the power that my grandma has. You know, my grandma, she's known very well as a people person. Oh, she loves people. She loves people so much. In fact, if she were here right now, she could be friends with every single one of you over coffee outside later. She will get to know all your names, and she will invite you for lunch tomorrow, next Saturday. And she will not only invite you, she will belanja you. And sooner or later, you'll find yourself going for morning walks with her. And you'll suddenly find yourself in my house, getting some guai ling go from her. This is how warm and friendly my grandmother can be. She's never alone. You know, every night she's always caught on the phone until past midnight. She will have endless contacts to contact her, I tell you. She will talk non-stop, and she will tell you every news that you never knew. Oh, and yeah, she is so talkative, man. I tell you, every evening, me and my family, we are so blessed to have what I call my Popo magic, where every evening when about dinner time and everyone is sitting around the table, we can just hear her Honda City beep beep, and then you can hear the gate opening and the front doors lock clanking, just that sound, and suddenly she will come in, she'll be like, Aloy ah, 我同你講啊，你一聽到呢個 news 喎，哎呦好重要喎。She will tell you all the fake WhatsApp news that you never need to know one. And you love it so much for some reason, you just sit down and listen to her. Along with her, she will carry in all her groceries and her meat. She will ask the maid to put it in the fridge. Or she just makes a house become a home. My grandma is such a lovely lady. You know, this afternoon, I was pumping petrol. And that was a station that my grandma always goes to, the local Damanton Shell station. And my grandma, she may have driven for over 50 years. She still doesn't know how to pump petrol. So she will call those foreign workers to come and help her pump petrol. And so every time she will just very friendly tip in 1 or 2 ringgit. And even though I'm not the one doing these deeds, he knows my family because of my grandmother. And he approached me, he asked me, Mana Popo? Mengapa sudah lama tak jumpa? I had to break to him the sad news. But instead of being sad, he called all his friends over. It's like, he told us, oh ini auntie punya cucu, oh dia itu auntie mandu Honda City itu golden color punya kereta setiap hari bagi 1-2 ringgit punya. Everybody knows her in Tamanton. You can go to any shop. It seems like they know who my grandmother is. And she's someone so easy to approach. You could prepare a simple, like what my father does. He cooks his mother's traditional noodles. And she loves it so much. Even any friend of hers, you can just give her a simple meal and you know what she'll tell you? she'll tell you to open a restaurant already, one. Oh, hoi dong already. You can sell very good, very laku. You can serve her simple cup of Milo, she'll tell you the whole kopitiam already. And my grandma, me and my sisters, we all know how to play piano. And the songs that I play is usually all the very modern songs, very loud songs. Oh, she hates it so much. Ooh, she doesn't like those songs. She'll tell me to my face that she does not like my songs, she don't like the loud noise at home. But then for some reason, when my friends come over, she'll say, my grandson is the best pianist in the world. He can go to E-Curve and play with that bald Korean guy. That is your tip of Chinese teaching. They will talk crap to your face, but then they'll praise you behind your back. And I think part of the reason why my grandmother, she has this aura that she carries around with her, I think it's because she practices what my mother once told me, joy, J-O-Y. Where J, you put Jesus first, O, you put others second, and Y, you put yourself last. And this is the rule that my grandma has never broken in her life. She sticks to this rule always. She always puts her God before anything else. She cares for everyone else before herself. As you have heard through the liturgy now, she's generous, she's kind, she puts others first, and then she puts herself last. But in doing this, she has found happiness for herself, and she radiates that happiness to everyone else in the room with her. And it's just amazing how someone so simple, an insurance agent, she can bring joy to so many lives. In my family, we celebrate our birthdays. Sorry, give me a moment. Technical difficulties, huh? Oh, right. Very nice picture here of us and our family just in Vietnam. We had a wonderful holiday last year. Right, the next photo, please. Can I have the laptop away, please? Thank you. Give me a moment, huh? Well, anyway, let me continue. My grandma is someone every year when my family, there's a birthday happening, she'll always be the first one up. At 6 a.m. when we are getting ready for school, she'll have an ang pao in her hand and she'll come clapping to our room, happy birthday to you, and she'll just sing this happy birthday in the most off-tune way. But you just somehow feel happy, you feel, that's my Popo, that's love, that's true love. And what else can I say about my grandma really loves everyone as a child. You see this picture here? This was my 10th birthday in a kids restaurant. And I think my auntie bought cake. And there were other small kids around. And when I say that she loves everyone as her own child, I really mean it. Because she took a piece of my cake and she went around feeding the other children. The other young Malay kids, it doesn't matter. She'll just give them some cake and really feed them like her own children. And yeah, she'll always be the first one singing to all of us. Yeah, there we go, now it's working. Yeah, this is my sister's 13th birthday. She'll always, I don't know what else I can say about these birthdays. She just makes it a birthday for all of us. Is it not working now? There we go. This was my father's 50th birthday, and you can see my sister was in Singapore, but still, even for my father, she'll still do the same thing. She'll give him a nice ang pao, and she'll buy him a nice shirt, always the same gifts. But somehow, every year, it still makes us as happy. Oh, and now, this next occasion, one of my grandma's favorite occasion of the year, besides Christmas, Chinese New Year. Oh, my grandma will always be, like, as per usual, she'll be the first one up, and she'll already have the zai choy ready for us that she made last night. And she will set up the table so nicely for us to come down and enjoy the first day of New Year's breakfast with the red eggs and everything. It was wonderful. You know, yeah, see, these are my cousins. She's just so happy around everyone that she meets, you know. Even my cousin, she just loves everyone so much. There are also my cousins, Dexton, and he's still so young. All these Chinese New Year dinners that my mom hosts for my grandma to enjoy. And look, just look at my grandma, how happy she is in all these photos. These are her siblings, you know, her family. Just see, she's so excited over there, you know, being the one with the biggest smile. She's so happy that the Choi Sanya came in, you know, it's so cute, you know, can take picture and everything. You see, look how excited she is over here. Wow, having the gold bar and everything. Yeah, my Popo just loves Chinese New Year. And in a lot of, I think most grandmothers will do this. For my grandmother, she has a special medication. For my grandmother, there's two things. Feng Yao and blue tablet. This thing right here. You see this one? This, to my grandmother, is the holy water. This came from the Holy Grail. She can use this to treat any form of sickness. She had gum pain, Feng Yao. Your headache, Feng Yao. Your flu, Feng Yao. Another one, blue tablet. This blue tablet is just a regular painkiller. But then, for some reason, it's also another magic medicine to my grandmother. You can have stomach pain, eat. Your headache, eat. Fever, eat. You lost your leg, eat. Anything, eat. And this thing will just kill you. I'm surprised that we didn't give this to her in the hospital. Maybe she could have just jumped off the bed, start running already. You know, my grandma, I think to our close family members, I think we would know that my grandma is not the best at cooking. You know, the dinner she cooks sometimes is not really that great. But you know what she's good at? She's good at boiling soup, her chicken soup, wow, her ABC soup, delicious. I tell you, and it's not that you're just drinking the soup, you're really drinking love. Pure, boiled, 100-degree love from my grandmother, and you taste every bit of it. And you just really love it so much. And you know what else she's good at? I think it was mentioned a few times just now, Guai Li Go. Those who have tasted her Guai Li Go, you're truly blessed, because it means you're probably really close to my grandmother. And also another thing, bird's nest. My grandmother doesn't just go to the store and buy those prepared bird nests. She buys the raw one where the bird feathers are still inside. And she will take a tweezer of her fingers and she will sit at the table for hours picking those bird's nests one by one. But she finds such joy in doing it because she knows she's serving others. She finds it so happy that she can cook bird's nests for her grandchildren, her daughter, her son-in-law. And it just makes her happy doing it, that she doesn't mind doing it for hours and hours. You know, at school, I was in school, primary school for 6 years and secondary school for 5 years. Almost 90% of it, it can be said for my sisters also, that it was my grandmother who collected our report cards. And she, every time she goes there, she will always tell us the night before, I'm going to wear the best clothing I have, so you better make me look good, you better get a good result. If not, I'm not coming. And so this was my kindergarten graduation. And you know, in respect of her today, I try my best to dress as nice for her also, since she has dressed so nicely for us all those years. You know, okay, let's say something about her fashion sense. You know, this was taken in a Vietnam cruise, you know, the holiday 2 years ago. And I mean, just look at her. How simple but so elegant her dressing is. Look at that. Just a regular red t-shirt, a nice long pants, red high heels to match the shirt, and a nice small jacket, and some jewelry everywhere. H&M model. Can you see this or not? So simple. You want to put the price tag up here, you can sell the shirt already. It's so, that's how I think we can all agree that my grandma is very beautiful. Physical and also in her heart. A few more things that we love about my grandma is her room. I mean, I just took this afternoon. look, it's your typical grandma room. It's so cozy, it's so homey. You know, the light is coming in, there's a lot of ventilation. Look at her cupboard. She has pictures of all her grandchildren stuck up there with positive words, even though this is not her baby. I don't know who this. She simply took from over the pages. She just put there love, joy, peace. Something to make her happy. I don't know, she look at baby, she loves it so much. But she will, every time we knock on her door, she'll invite us in, you know, and she'll ask us, she'll prepare the pillow for us, come lie down, get yourself comfortable. And you just feel so comfortable. The aircon is on, the radio sometimes is on, you know, and she'll just feed you whatever. You come in the room, got food already. You're hungry, go to a room, can already. Got Jacob biscuit for you, you know, got kacang putih like I said yesterday. And you know, in her room, some of my favorite memory is, I show her this video. I think if you're a relative, she probably showed you this video. I'm sorry because I actually showed her this video. So she probably sent to all of you a few years ago. It's this performer from Britain's Got Talent. This was the video that made her love talent show. I tell you, she'll watch from day to night and she'll send to all her friends and families because she somehow see this old salsa dancer and she was so excited, you know, she was like, oh, I need to send to all my sisters. I was like, oh, what have I done? You know, and also last year I was so happy that I showed her this movie, Mr. Bean's Holiday. You know, my grandma's the type of person, she hates Hollywood movies. She see the Avengers, Iron Man suddenly start flying, it's like, that fake one now. You watch for a while, but got used one, you go and study better. And she'll say, I see this before, I go to the Universal Studios, they show me the big boat come in, I come with my sisters, wow, so nice and everything. But somehow she really enjoyed this movie. She was laughing from start to end. I really enjoyed watching it together with her. I was so fortunate that I showed her this movie. And also another thing here, this is the iconic Honda City that my Popo drives. This car has brought so many happy people around, and it's also reeks of durian. She will total buy durian, she think her family don't know, her family step foot into her car, where's the durian? Pick out. You cannot eat so much. But you know, she loves to take us on all these road trips. You know, she will, at any point in the day, she will just invite me to go for a ride with her together, to go nowhere, just ride around, you know, on the aircon, listen to some radio, and it's just so, it's so fun, you know, you get to spend your time with your grandma. And I know I shared this yesterday, but I think it's worth sharing again. There was one day that we came back from our road trip, you know, and she parked outside here just like that. We haven't got down with the car, and I told her, Popo, touch wood, she hates it when I talk about death. I said, Popo, touch wood, but I don't know why I have this feeling that on the day that you pass, you will have no suffering. You'll go peacefully and very, you know, no suffering, no pain. And, you know, with her condition for the past 2 months, I guess you can say it didn't really come true. But then again, I want to highlight the important part. You know, there might be a lot of pain and, you know, time in the hospital, but in that 56 days that she was lying in pain, it gave everyone here, all her friends, families, an opportunity to come and say goodbye to my Popo one last time. And she had gone through that suffering for 56 days. She did it for us. She really did it for us. And so well that on the day that she passed, we managed to bring her home. And she was surrounded by her whole family, all her sisters, niece, nephew, grandchildren, church members of Christ of Church. Thank you for coming. And they just surrounded her. And they were just worshipping God and singing praises. And that is exactly how my grandma would have wanted it to go. And I think that when she left, it was so peaceful, none of us knew. And I think that is really the death that my grandma deserves. I want to now share my own personal testimony. So hopefully any of you who have gone through or are going through or will be going through any family crisis, any passings in your family, I hope that this testimony you can relate a bit to it. You know, for those 55 days, I was crying and crying and crying. Even the last day where the decision was made that my grandma has to pass, I was crying, I couldn't sleep, because when I sleep, I will dream that my grandmother has gotten well, and she will, in my dream, we were sitting in the kitchen and she came in, I was like, oh, Popo, you're here already. And then you will wake up, and then you hit the reality that it didn't happen. So I couldn't sleep. Sleeping was terrifying for me, because I don't want this day to happen. I don't want my Popo to go. I don't want. And I couldn't come to terms with it. Even the night before she passed, I was crying the most. I don't want it to happen. But on that day itself, seeing how everything turned out, when I saw my Popo draw her last breath, I didn't cry. In my heart, there was calmness, there was peace. Because I know that my Popo, she is more alive than ever. She is not dead. She is more alive than she has ever been in these 77 years. She is jumping and singing in joy in heaven. And you know what she's doing now? She's eating durian. She's so happy up there. This, when I saw her lifeless body there, I couldn't cry. Because I know that is just a vessel that carried her soul in it. That's just a vessel, and that vessel has come to its expiration date. She has left this, I could say, Honda City behind. And when she comes back, she'll be driving a Lamborghini. She won't be coming back in an old car, she'll be coming back brand new, better than ever. And even with yesterday, Pastor Koki's sharing, it gave my family and I just a form of peace, comfort. On the drive home from here, we were happy. We were laughing with each other. Not because we erased my grandmother from our minds, but because we remember her more than ever, and we are keeping her aura, her spirit alive in all of us, her teachings, and the way that she has followed God. Friends, families, and loved ones of my grandmother, Dolly, can I get an amen? Friends, families, and loved ones of my grandmother, can I get an amen? Amen. This is what my grandmother would have wanted. And even before I end my eulogy today, I would like to share with you all a personal video that we had the opportunity and the blessing to record. And it was from an unfortunate incident that my elder sister Lenny, her friends bailed on her in this project. So she had to do her project about grandparents alone. So instead of submitting a picture of her grandmother, she had me record a video of my Popo introducing herself and talking about my sister Lenny. This is the positive energy and the type of things she would say about all of you all here. That is my grandmother, and I love her very much, and I will miss her. So I would like to play the video now.
My father is so pretty. Melanie. She's a very good girl, quiet girl, very what you call obedient girl. I love her so much, and she is also what you call is Nako. Actually, everybody like her in that family. Brother and sister, love her so much. I miss her so much now. And I hope she can take care of herself. She's a very, very good girl. So, don't worry about her. She can study so hard, and she can take care of herself. That's all I want to say. Okay? What do you want me to say?